Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's just a quick video where I diagnose and replace the rear ABS sensor on the BMW F25 X3. So we'll just take you through the steps of that process. Hope this is helpful. Okay, so on the dashboard we've got driving stability, drive moderately. It's obviously got concerns about the stability control system. It's also coming up that the flat tyre monitor can't be identified. This to me is screaming of the ABS sensors, the reluctor rings. When I look at my code reader, which is showing me this against the sort of system, and it's got DSC interface, rear wheel, wheel speed, and it's kind of listing all the wheels, sort of rear left, front left, rear right, front right, and output speed and wheel speed, impermissible deviation. So there's obviously a problem with speed sensors, but it's not telling me which wheel. If I go back on that and look at live data, I'm kind of hoping that it's going to give me a test for the wheels themselves. Okay, so we've got pressure connections. We've got
see if we've got any on the wheels on this party brake. Talk about inside catch.
Yeah, brake pedal, ignition, driver's seat belt. Oh my god, lots of stuff. Okay, here we go. So I want front sensor. So want to enter that. I want front left, front right. Da-da-da. And then I can view that data. Hopefully gives me radians per second. And what you notice immediately on here is the rear right wheel speed is 511 radians per second. Wow, that's going fast. If I scroll down, rear left is okay, rear right is terrible, front left is okay, front right is okay. So rear right it is. I'm just going to drive it around the block and have a look at these as I go, but that looks like my problem. It's the driver's side rear wheel, and the sensor is probably worn away on the reluctor ring, so I'm going to have a look and see if it is and find out. But I'll do a test run first and see how these change. So there we go. You can see on these the top two are changing, the bottom one isn't because it's knackered. So we obviously need to change it. Okay, so we're just in behind the rear wheel. I've taken the wheel off. It's on the jack. I'm trying to stay away from it. I haven't got it on axle stands, but just having a quick look. The lower sensor here is the one that's going in to the reluctor ring, which is inside the hub where it senses the wheel speed. The parts supplier I phoned earlier said that they do have a sensor in stock for a rear wheel. It's got a blue connector, and if we look at this, sadly you can see that the connector here is black, so not very helpful, but there we go. So probably can't get one. So what I'm going to try and do is just take this out, have a look at the condition of it, and see if it's worn or damaged, and then see if I can get presumably that's a hex bolt on there, they normally are. We'll see if I can get in there with a screwdriver fitting with hex end fits. See if I can undo it. Make sure that's properly home. And a ratchet. Should be able to Carefully loosen that off, which I can. Great. Sorry, it's a bit tricky to see. We're all in the way of each other. So that's come out of there. Yeah, it's got a hex head on it, so it's quite rusty, which is why it was tough to get in, but we got there. So that's out. Now I need to carefully get out the sensor. Just going to tap this in first, see if I can get it to peel away. Theoretically it'll wiggle loose. I don't want to risk damaging it. I mean, it's already probably damaged. What I'll also do is take this, see if I can take the cable out of its housing. Gosh, it's very rusty. Okay, that's out. It's housing. Really is a rusty old hole. Well, there you go. That's the sensor. Beautiful, isn't it? If we look at the end of this, often we see that they're worn away. This one actually doesn't look particularly worn away, which is curious. Very curious indeed. Looks like it's in pretty good condition. Might just be defective. If I peer in that hole, you wonder if you might see. It's quite hard to see in that hole. But what you aim to see is shiny reluctor ring. Impossible for you to see in there. Even with extra light, it's a challenge. So I'll see if I can get a pen light in there. So I can see that this is a different type to the E83. It doesn't use the same type of reluctor ring. I noticed that the shape of this sensor is different. I'm going to assume the sensor is kippered and get another one. So that means I've got to unclip it from the car. So I'll look at taking these clips. Well, it looks like that one's unclipping itself. See if I can unclip them without breaking them. These are notoriously good at breaking, these clips. A bit of it just fell on the drive. And then I can read the type and get a new one that's definitely the right type. So there we go, let's drop down. And, hopefully you can see the box there. So what I'm going to do is get the cable from it, it's the lower one. It's so rusty in this car. this one here, which I can disconnect easy enough, I hope. There's a clip on here. Push the clip down, hopefully it comes off. There we go. Put the end back in there, close the lid on the box. It's not a very well sealed box. It's hard to get from the crud. Never easy. Nothing's ever easy, but there we go. Now we have the sensor. So I'm going to go inside, get the numbers off that, and then hopefully I can order another one. My local auto dealer had this product, which is exactly the same as the one I want. There's the barcode on it. Ideally I would have bought a Bosch or a Febby or something that I trusted. This is exactly the same as the old one that came off. I've compared them, and so I can now install this in place of the original one. So I'll start at this end. It's kind of the reverse of what we did to take it out. Sort of push this into the hole. Use the blunt end of a tool to push that home. That's actually sliding in there really easily. It's gone in there. Get my bit and screw back in. There's the screw. That's going to go in the hole that it came out of. Just taking a bit of care not to damage anything. So this is not like the E83 where there was a reluctant ring with lots of sort of slots in it and the expansion risk where the hub rusted. I can't see one of those in here at all. The design is different. Right, so that's done. I'll just push this into the little grip that holds it safe. Sort of de-straining grip. Hopefully push that down into there. That's it. They're quite tight when they came out of these. So it's quite tight trying to get it back in again too. A bit of wiggling there, that's gone in. Then what I'm going to try and do is get it to come under the grips. This first grip, a small part of it snapped off, so I'll probably put a zip tie around this arm to hold it. This one was in here as well. They both need to go in. Not sure which goes where, but maybe this new one goes in first. Like that, and then that would come down on there, but see, it looks like they're not clipped. Yeah. They don't clip on the rubber bits because the rubber bit's too far apart. That one's clipped in. This one isn't, so I'm going to put a zip tie on that. Just to hold it in place. We'll run up into the box up here. So it goes into. There's a grip right here. That needs to slot into. Again, it's very tight. And then I need to plug this in. It plugs up here in this box. Just tricky to see. Hang on, okay. Lean back a bit more. There we go. So you plug this in this side. You should be able to plug that onto. There's a clip. It's on the back. There's a tab that it goes against. So just put that in until it clicks, which it just has. And that should then fit into the box. So, the box then placed like so. It's kind of a partly open box because there's holes on this side, which isn't very good. But there we go. That's how they're made. So that's it. That's that installed. Let's connect the code reader and see what it says. So, just got the wheel back on. Let's power up the car. We have ignition switched on. Got the OBD plugged in with the Foxwell unit. We're going to start the engine, and the door is open, obviously. So we got the same error messages that we had before. What I'm now going to do is look at the Foxwell unit, which is here. Sorry, I'm holding two things at once. There it is. We're going to BMW. I tried it without the engine running in this before, and it wouldn't find the plug in. Took a couple of attempts to connect, but there we go. We got it on screen. Communicate with the vehicle. Hopefully it will come up with the modules. Good. So we've got control units. I don't want to auto scan, it takes ages. I want the drive system. We're going to have a look at the. I think it's that one. Not communicating. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it was transfer case. Trying to remember. Read codes. Transfer box, all-wheel drive transfer box, temporarily shut down. Flush protection. Okay, it's exciting. So let's erase codes on that. Yes. Erase done. Okay. Recodes. No problems. If I do live data, hoping well, they're all alright, so that's all fine. Transmission, read codes, there we go. So these were the codes that we had on the transmission. My hope now is that if I go back I can erase those codes. Oh yes, erase done. We go back in, read codes, no codes. If we go into live data, we should hopefully be able to scroll down to the sensors, wheel sensors. There we go, speed sensors. So I'm going to tick these into that, into that, into that, into that. And F3 is to view the data. And what we're now seeing is all of these are the same, including the rear right, which is the one I've just changed. So that's good. So the next thing is to, well, let's turn the car off. And let's pop that down there. If I turn the car on again and start it, I'm kind of hoping we might be able to get rid of some of these. Let's drive it around the block and see what happens. As you can see, the dashboard is now clear, and the radians, the number of radians on the Volkswagen unit is reading accurately for all of the sensors, and all of the errors on the screen have gone away. So this car is now working as it should. I'm very happy with it. So obviously that's the main steps of the process. Make sure you're safe if you're doing this sort of work on your car. I hope it was helpful. Subscribe if it was, give it a like, and as always, put your comments in the chat. It's always good to talk. Thanks, bye.